without further delay, I'll invite our president, founder, and CEO, Ernest Yale. Thank you everyone. Well, thank you for coming, and welcome to the largest Triotech booth ever. We have a major announcement today. This is probably our largest project ever, our most important certainly. We've been friends with Knott's Berry Farm for a while now. We've done a ride there. So obviously the rumor is true, as you've seen in the blogs and everywhere. Triotech is going to develop and build Knott's Berry Tales Return to the Fair.
Oh, how I still remember my first.
So this is the preview video.
The whole family crammed into that old delivery truck as we traveled through a frog forest, a fortune teller's camp, and a very weird woods. Ma and Pa always warned us to keep our eyes peeled for that pie-napping, crafty coyote. And with the big 100th anniversary coming up, what better time to gather my little cubs and return to the...
Knott's Berry Tales Return to the Fair, an all-new 4D interactive ride coming summer 2020.
It's going to be a great ride. So obviously, for those of you who are too young or don't know, although the ride has been very famous, from 1975 to 1986, Knott's was host to Knott's Berry Tales, which was a great dark ride. So it's really it's been a challenge for us and to develop something that's respectful to the spirit of the original ride, but we think that we're going to deliver something that's going to be great. So next year, Knott's Berry Farm celebrates their 100th anniversary. So obviously Triotech, we're a younger company, but 20 years ago, 1999 was our first IAAPA show. I remember we had a 10 by 20 booth with a few machines. Most of them were not working very well, but we've come a long way. Now we have this booth and this following of people and a lot of dark rides under the arm, but we're very proud to work on this dark ride, and it's going to be our best dark ride ever. So the journey, it's going to take us on vehicles with a lot of special effects. It's going to be interactive, and instead of just shooting, we're going to put a lot of emphasis on the history, on the story, and so guests are really immersed in this attraction. So Triotech, the scope for us is going to be designing the attraction, we're going to build the scenic and theming, we're going to produce the animation, and then we're going to implement the whole gaming system. So the goal for us, and this is what's very important for us, is to capture the spirit, the creativity, and the originality of Knott's Berry Tales. It's what made that ride such a great success. So guests will experience familiar places from the original ride in new and exciting ways. That's how we see it. Obviously, we're going to use 2020 technology on a theme that was very popular in the 1970s. We're going to try to stay as faithful as possible to the spirit of the original journey. Our team, with Noel van Genuchten, who's my vice president here, worked very extensively with Knott's Berry Farm, and they had access to archive material, a lot of black and white footage, and grainy footage, and a lot of basically archives. And they also met with some of the original people who worked on the ride, and I think we put a lot of effort into not just making this the greatest and biggest dark ride in the world. This ride had a spirit, had a story, and we worked on it very respectfully, and I think we achieved something that's going to be great, obviously. So this is our third collaboration with Cedar Fair. We've worked with Wonder Mountain's Guardian, which is in Toronto, and then obviously we worked with Knott's Berry Farm, Voyage to the Iron Reef, and Knott's Berry Tales Return to the Fair is going to be our third ride. So without further ado, it's my great honor to invite Ken Parks, who's Vice President of Entertainment at Knott's Berry Farm. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. We are so excited about the return of Knott's Berry Tales to our park. When we look at creating a story-based attraction for our park, we really want it to resonate emotionally with our guests. And the original dark ride, created by legendary theme park designer Rolly Crump, did exactly that. It was created back in 1975. It ceased operation in 1986, but it still connects today with our guests. This is an attraction that we are asked about on a regular basis. When will you bring it back? And we're so excited to finally answer that question. After all these years, we are going to bring it back. But as Ernest said, we're going to bring it back for a new generation of riders. So the Knott's Berry Tales Return to the Fair is an exciting new 4D interactive dark ride that will have you journeying through reimagined scenes that are reminiscent of the original attraction. So riders once again will visit and see the boysenberry pie factory, and yes, there will be the smell of boysenberry in the air. They'll go through Weirdo Woods, they'll visit the Frog Forest, the Fortune Teller Camp, and it all concludes with an exciting competition and blue ribbon celebration at the county fair. So we really wanted to make sure that we got this one right. We knew that there's such a legacy behind this attraction and what it means to all of our guests. And so we were able to reach out to Chris Crump and to Rolly and to actually sit down and have conversations with them to make sure that we were getting that aesthetic absolutely perfect, that we were being we were not only paying tribute to the aesthetic, but that we were also paying homage to its creator. And so we have something special for you today. We have a little video segment that will give you some indication of some of the work, some of the original. If you kind of look to the screen, you can see some of Rolly's original concept work, and then the original attraction items, and then some of the stuff that we've been working on with Triotech. You can see once again some of Rolly's original work, how it appeared in the original attraction, and then what we've been doing to bring it into the next generation. As Ernest said, this is part of the 100th celebration at Knott's Berry Farm. We're going to be doing a summer-long celebration event that will begin May 15th and run all the way through August 30th. It will be filled with all kinds of amazing, unique food items. That's how we got our start as a park, boysenberries and fried chicken. But we'll also have unique and exciting entertainment and lots of creative and one-of-a-kind merchandise. And so we think that bringing back Knott's Berry Tales will be the keystone into that celebration. So we thank you.
So I'm Ernest, I'm CEO and founder of Triotech. This is Knott van Genuchten. He is our VP Creative, and he's the guy behind the whole team that worked on Knott's Berry Tales Return to the Fair.
And can you tell us about the attraction and what you're doing with it?
Yeah, so basically 1975 to 1986 original Knott's Berry Tale attraction. This is the 100-year anniversary of Knott's Berry Farm. So they've decided to bring back the ride, and we've worked on the dark ride, which is going to be very faithful to the original ride, but using 2020 technology. Noel's going to talk a bit about how we developed the attraction with the park.
Okay.
Hi there. So obviously we're going to, as we said, we're going to visit familiar places in new and exciting ways. So we're still going to be a journey. It's going to be a journey through all the familiar environments. We're going to go to the the pie factory. We're going to go to the Frog Forest. We're still going to visit the gypsy camp. We're going to go through the Thunder Tunnel, the Weird Woods. And we're going to end up at the county fair. So in that sense, it's completely faithful to the original. We're bringing back the characters to life again. Of course, we're going to do it with what we're strong at. We're a company that is very strong at interactivity, very strong at media content, so that it will have a strong presence in the ride. But we're blending that media content very conscientiously with theming and physical environments, and we're completely rethinking at Triotech what it means to be interactive. So it's really going to be about exploring these environments and discovering things and living adventures with these familiar characters that we know. Crafty Coyote is going to be there. Now he's going to have a bunch of young pups that are going to run amok. All of the usual bear characters are going to be there. Flapper Bear, Raspberry, all of the characters we've come to love are there, but they're there in a new jacket, in a new form, new and exciting ways.
And how long has this been in concept? How long has this been?
We started working on this about 7-8 months ago, in the start of the year. In January, we started having conversations with Knott about the possibilities. How could we bring this back? What were the opportunities? How could we fit it in the building? How could we leverage the ride system? How can we move the screens around to have a better journey? So we've been in talks with them for a long time, and we finally got going at it full time in May. I believe we got the go ahead.
Thank you very much. I
Thank you
really
very much.
appreciate it.